So what's going on YouTube? Welcome back to the JeffMan316 Pop Culture Reporter channel. I'm your host, as always, JeffMan316, and welcome to what's an impromptu movie review. It's a movie I watched and enjoyed, and I really wasn't planning on reviewing it, but it kind of touched me a little bit, so I wanted to give you guys my feelings about it. What is the movie? Clerks 3. Yeah, so I guess you could say I wasn't even supposed to be on YouTube today. So let's get into the review. Let's go.
What the hell is this?
I added a scene where you get shot.
I'm not letting you kill me off in the third act. What if there's a sequel?
A sequel? What am I, a hack?
So if you didn't know, Clerks 3 is currently available as a digital rental or purchase. It recently also had a short theatrical run, and Kevin Smith is also taking the film on the road for select showings as part of his Convenience Tour, where he attends himself and presents a Q&A session with the crowd at the end. Home video release is coming soon. I was a little hesitant going into this third chapter in the Clerks movie series. The trailer looked good, but it did seem like a lot of the humor was just going to be repeated from the first two films based on the plot.
I think it needs more weed.
No, I didn't say pot, I said plot. But let me hit you with the details of what the movie's about. After suffering a heart attack, Randall enlists Dante, Elias, Jay, and Silent Bob to make a movie about his life at the convenience store, where it all started. So the gang's all here, everybody's returning. Brian O'Halloran returns as Dante, Jeff Anderson is once again playing Randall, Jay is played by Jason Mewes, and of course Kevin Smith returns to the trench coat and plays Silent Bob. As usual also, this joint is written by and directed by Silent Bob himself, Kevin Smith. So yeah, the gang is all back, as Jay and Silent Bob have taken over the video store and changed it into a weed dispensary, and Randall continues to run the quick stop that he and Dante bought. The film even opens with a very familiar backdrop as Dante and Randall are on the roof playing hockey with the guys as people line up in front of the store to get inside. So not so much has changed in their world since the last time we saw them, I guess. You probably already know this, but Kevin Smith had a heart attack back in 2018, and this personal traumatic event became the catalyst for this story about Randall, who suffers the same fate. While recovering from his heart attack in the hospital, Randall has time to reflect back on his life, so he gets the idea to document his past experiences at the Quick Stop as a movie about his life.
I'm living on borrowed time. No more watching movies.
I'm gonna make a movie!
While at the hospital, we see Dante have flashbacks about a traumatic event that brought him to that same hospital in the past. Now, I'm not going to spoil what happened then, but let's just say what happened to him does play a pivotal role in his character's story arc through this whole entire film. At this point in the movie, Randall tries to figure out how he's going to get the movie made, and he has the usual gang of idiots not only play themselves in the movie, but serve as the movie crew. The movie obviously gets very meta, and we see key moments from the previous film, specifically the first one, played out in a way where our main characters would have experienced them from within inside the Quick Stop world. During the scene where they're doing some of the auditions, there's some funny cameos from the likes of Ben Affleck, who's actually a mainstay in this universe, Sarah Michelle Gellar, Danny Trejo, and other surprises that I'm not going to ruin. But we also have a few returning characters from the other Clerks films come back in this movie. We get to catch up with Dante's old flame, Veronica. You see the returning Chuli's gum rep in a very funny moment, and Rosario Dawson actually returns, and a couple of what I'd say glorified cameo scenes as Dante's love, Becky, from Clerks 2. There were some other humorous moments sprinkled into the first part of this movie as we see classic bits from the first Clerks played out, like I said, in different ways and different camera angles. But at this point, I was actually starting to get a little worried. I thought maybe this movie was not going to be any more than like a big nostalgia trip. And you know, nostalgia can only take you so far in a movie like this. But then something special happened. Kevin Smith actually added an extra layer of heart and soul to this what seemed like to be a familiar story, and that was unexpected. You know, Smith does often sprinkle in like some type of family drama within this group of characters. You know, Randall and Dante always argue. They sometimes fight. They see the error of their ways. They realize how important they are to each other. They make up, and then their life goes on. This time around, though, each of those two main characters is going through their own personal drama. And as I mentioned, Rosario Dawson returns as Becky, while she is only in a few key scenes with Dante. These are some of the best scenes that I think Kevin Smith has ever written for the screen and actually recorded for a movie. I found my heart hurting, and my eyes actually did tear up a little bit during those scenes. Man, I wasn't expecting Dante's story arc to go in the direction that it did. So back to the main story of Randall and Dante making their movie. Just when you think all is going well and that you're seeing a lot of rehash of plot points played out meta style, Kevin Smith once again swerves us and pulls our hearts right out of our chests. I'm not going to spoil what happened and why I felt that way, but I was not ready for the last act of this chapter in the book of Clerks. While I do fully expect some of these characters to show up in future films in the View Askew universe, as they call it, I don't think we're going to see them in the same way again. Trust me. If you're a fan of Kevin Smith's movies in this universe, you're going to really enjoy this movie. If you're just a casual viewer of Smith's films, you may not enjoy this one as much if you did enjoy the first two. Now, me looking back at what I feel will be the last time we see the inside of the Quick Stop as the backdrop of a full feature film, I can say that I'm really glad I stopped by the store this one more time. Not only was it nostalgic, but I was extremely surprised just how Smith chose to close the book of Dante and Randall once and for all. I, for one, am a big fan of Smith's movies in this universe, so I'm going to give it a big thumbs up. It's not on fire, but it is really good. Great work, Kevin.
Snifty bitches!
So have you seen Clerks 3? If you did, what did you think? Put in the comments below. If you haven't seen Clerks 3, did you see the other two, and did you plan on seeing this one? Like I said, I really enjoyed it. I think you should watch it if you like the other two. But it is a little bit different, so I wanted you to go into it expecting that. So, hey, keep supporting me on this channel as well. Watch my Halloween videos, watch all my movie hunts, watch anything else pop culture related I do here. If you keep watching and keep supporting me, I'll keep making great content. So I love you guys, and until next time, boys and girls, this is JeffMan316, your pop culture reporter, signing out saying, you guys be safe out there.